Hi, my name's Caroline Clark and I'm a posture alignment specialist. So the exercises I'm doing today are for riders. These are specially designed to get you sitting deeper in the saddle, to make you feel secure that your bum cheeks feel equal in the saddle, and also that you can actually feel what's going on with your body as well as your horse's. So it's far better off doing the exercises at home than when you're sitting on a horse. Now, I've worked with many riders, from dressage riders, event riders, jockeys, all sorts. Ridden quite a lot myself. I've ridden as an amateur but competing against professionals in the showing world, done working hunters and side saddle, and ridden to Horse of the Year and also Royal International, as well as many of the county level shows. So just to let you know, I know what I'm talking about. That sounds very rude. Anyway, this is the introduction to a series of exercises. I've also got a book coming out shortly, which will have a chapter in it especially for riders. So here we go. What I'm going to now is, I've always had a bad back. I used to go and see a guy regularly when I lived in Sussex, and I could never figure out what was wrong with my back. Honestly, bad shoulders, bad neck. If I was like, I can't move my head, I'd be riding, I can't move my head, and then it'd be my lumbar spine, just everything. Well, since I have been doing posture alignment, I have to say, touching some wood very quickly, I don't suffer with bad back anymore. I'm mobile, I'm 62, and I feel probably better than I've ever felt. So I'm just going to share a few exercises with you. So the first exercise is, we need to be mobile with our body, all right? I'm not into a lot of practitioners will give you like an elasticated band to use. Not into that whatsoever. Do you know what? We walk, we do everything. We've got quite strong big muscle groups, especially with horses. Your big muscle groups are fantastic. You know, biceps, the lot are there. Your quads, everything is there. What I'm looking for are your small muscle groups. So when you're using small muscle groups, you need to be using a rigid band, nothing elastic. If you want to use your tiny hip muscles, your shoulder muscles, everything, we need to go for something rigid. So I am going to do, to start with, an exercise which is just going to loosen your lumbar spine. We're actually not using a band for this one. We're using a cushion. So I use a high density, something that can be, you know, you can push against. So I'm not into using like a yoga block, which is solid. You could use the yoga block and put like a cushion either side of it, just to give yourself a little bit of push against it. But I like to have something that is going to give you, you can put it between your knees and you'll actually feel that there is a little bit of give in it. So the other thing you'll need is, I'm using a block, but you could use a chair. So you could use like a high density cushion. What would that be like? A pillow, a memory foam pillow, anything like that. A belt, if you haven't, a pair of reins, if you haven't got anything else, a stirrup leather, whatever you like, with loads of holes punched in it. Okay, to start with, we are going to get into a static back position. So, or neutral back, as I'm calling it. Just come up my thing here slightly. So, lying on the ground, you just want to make sure there is a straight line from your hip to your knee. That is the most important thing you need to do. All right, so now lying on the ground with your arms out, I class this as 8:20. So my arms are about, I don't know, about 8 or 10 inches away from my hips, and lying here. Now, what am I feeling? So I can get my head easily to the ground. If you find it hard to get your head to the ground, you could have a little bit of a pillow under there. You don't want to come out of your own range of movement. So my shoulders feel quite equal on the ground today, which is quite unusual for me. My back feels flat on the ground, and either side of my pelvis feels equal on the ground. So you may feel one side is feeling raised. It could be the opposite hip feels raised. Just see what you're feeling. So the first exercise, you are now going to flex your feet right to you. So you're pulling your toes, little toe and big toe, towards your knees. Grab that cushion, whatever you've got, put it between your knees, and you are now just going to take the coccyx slightly off the ground and hold it off the ground. pushing the tummy button into the ground, you're just bringing that coccyx off. So I've gone from that position to slightly coccyx off the ground and hold it. So my weight has now gone in between my rib cage and my pelvis, holding that position. Stay there. Your arms are out, your palms are up for a moment, and squeeze with the knees, about 30 to 50% of your body weight. Now what I'm doing is, it's very easy for the pelvis to be out of alignment. It's also very easy to be stiff within the pelvis. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm asking my pelvis to come into what's called a posterior tilt, a bum tucked underneath you tilt, and that is going to allow my lower back to stretch. So now my lumbar spine is now stretching. I'm squeezing with my knees, which is enabling my adductors, my inner thigh muscles, my inner groin muscles to actually activate. That's a great one for wanting to stick on a bucking pony or a bucking horse. I'm flexing the feet to me, great for heels down, keeping my feet straight so they're not pointed out like Donald Duck, so great for being in your stirrups. This is a fab exercise. Right, now staying in this position, I just want you to raise your hands towards the ceiling. Your hands are about 6 inches apart. And now just raise one arm up. 1, 2, make sure it's straight. 3, 4, I'm giving through a rein on my left hand side. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and now my right one. 1, 2, do they feel the same? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, both hands together. 1, 2, 3. You can see I'm using my shoulders. 4, 5. My spine staying straight on the ground. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch as high as you can. Wrap the arms around the body. Drop the chin towards your throat and just stay there. Now feel what's going on. So I've still got my bum off the ground. My coccyx is up. I'm pulling my tummy button in. I'm squeezing with my knees. My heels are down. I'm wrapping my arms around my body. So I'm actually protracting my shoulders, so I'm allowing my shoulders to come forward. I'm wrapping the arms around and I've got my chin towards my throat, so I'm stretching all my upper back. It is so good. It's a lovely, lovely thing to do. Keep with the knees for a little bit longer. And now breathe into the stomach, up into the chest, hold it in the chest, hold it, and then just let everything come out the body again, but keeping this position. And now relax everything out. So that is allowing you to stretch that lumbar spine. All right, so we've allowed the body to come from a straight position into stretching that lower back, and you'll probably find that feels an awful lot better. Now the second exercise I'm going to do is actually keeping your body in alignment. So I'm going to put this band around my ankles. That's going to be in a minute. So the band is going around my ankles, and I'm just going to do this up. I'm using a luggage strap. Most people have got luggage straps if they haven't got anything else. Right, so I want to make sure I can get the fist between my ankles. And now I'm going to put the cushion between my knees, all right? So that is keeping the leg in a beautiful alignment. I'm just going to bring those ankles out very slightly. I want to see a straight line from my hip to my knee to my ankle and my feet on the ground. Okay, so I'm lying on my back. In this position, my arms are back out again. I want to be able to feel all my feet on the ground, 10 toes, the balls of my feet and my heels. Do not take those heels off the ground at all. Now bring the weight very slightly into the band so you can feel your ankles just pulling that band very slightly. As you do that, I want you to squeeze in with the knees and then release. That's the exercise. Pull out, squeeze in, release. All right, and try and get it as one movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can start feeling bum muscles working. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Are they working equally? 17, 18, 19, 20, and just lying there. So we want the legs when we're riding in the correct alignment. So there should be a straight line from the hip. Well, if you've got a fat horse, it might come out slightly, but you need a good engagement from the hip to the knee to the ankle. All right, so you need that engagement. You need strength within the whole leg. It's not just one part of the leg. So this is strengthening your whole leg from your feet, from your ankles, right the way up to the hips. Or it's a complete leg exercise, as well as stabilizing the pelvis at the same time. So arms out, palms up again. Relax this upper body. This is doing nothing. All right, so again, pulling out, squeezing in, release. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can really feel the inner bum muscles working. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, a pelvic tilt is just rock the pelvis into the body and then away from the body, all right? And this is just telling me what my lower back's doing and that I've got freedom within the pelvis, all right, which is really, really quite important. So you could carry on and do another set of 20, or you could do 2 sets of 10, whatever your body is giving you, all right? So you've got to remember, you go with what your body is telling you. So some people will feel much fitter than that, or stronger than that, and they could do more, but I would not do any more than 3 sets of 20. That is quite a heavy duty exercise. Now we're just going to go a little bit harder with the exercise now. So you're actually pulling out slightly with the ankles, squeezing in slightly with the knees, and now we're just going to lift the feet about 5 inches off the ground and back down. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. And you'll feel that the outside of your lumbar spine and your stomach is working on this exercise as well. Excuse me. So this is bilateral. This is both sides of the legs holding the same position, but it's now asking your pelvis and your lumbar spine to do some work as well. So this is strengthening all this area around the lower back. All right, so one more set of 10. Squeeze and hold and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, take off the band, take away the cushion. So my next exercise is going to be an upper body exercise. Now I usually find with this one you can use a can, but one of my clients has so beautifully made me a little well, it's a bag full of pebbles and things. So this is the same weight as like a can of beans or a tin of soup. I don't want to use anything heavier than that. We do enough mucking out. We don't need heavier than that. This is going to get into the rotator cuff and all those little muscles. At the same time, we are going to use our shoulder blades. So you're lying on your side in fetal position. So you're lying there, your knees are one loaded on top of the other, feet are flexed, and now we're going to actually work the whole shoulder blade. Remember, stay within your range of movement. If you find it's painful, you don't go so far. Bring the arm in front of you and put it onto the floor. Now I want you to bring the arm right across the body, keeping your head where it is, and see how far back you can go. Now it's fab, my back has just clicked, it felt great. And come back again. Now, if you can only get your arm to there, that's your range of movement at the moment. But I have found that this has been a great one. All right, so I'll explain why we need it for riding in a minute. So we're going for 10. 1, 2. So the reason we need this, 3, if you're jumping a fence, your pelvis and your upper body are going to do different things as you're landing. So you're looking for the next fence. 5, 6. So we're asking everything to move. 7, 8. This is actually using that shoulder blade completely. 9, but you're going to feel it all the way down the side of your body as well. 10. So exactly the same on the other side. So we've done one side, we always do the other side exactly the same. No matter what is wrong with you, do never ever do your disobedient side more than your obedient side. So again, one leg right on top of the other, you're loading the hip and you're loading the shoulder. Right, one side and to the other. 1. So I find this one slightly harder. 2, I did break some ribs when I was trying to jump a big hedge by myself. 3, didn't realise there was a huge ditch on the landing. 4, my poor mare put a toe into it and we went down. Oh God, we were both landed together next to each other on the floor. 5, honestly, don't go jumping hedges by yourself. 6, but I did manage to walk home and lead her. 7, she galloped off and came back to me. 8, what a good pony. 9, and one more. 10. Okay, so that is my one for opening the shoulders. You should be feeling like, oh, this is feeling quite good now. So my last exercise today is called Divas. Well, I feel it's a bit of a diva pose. I'm going to call it the rider's pose. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring one leg back. So you have got one leg in that position, that's your back leg. Your front leg is in front of you here. Now you're going to sit up as straight as you can. This is going to open this hip up. So there's so many people that say, oh, I feel as though I'm a little bit one-sided on a horse. This is a great exercise. Also, you side saddle riders, this is great for riding side saddle. Actually, you could probably ride both sides side saddle after doing this. So sitting up like that, put your hands behind you. And now I want you to arch your back. So you're coming onto, you know, those bony bits in your bum. You're coming onto those bony bits and then coming away. So we're doing like rising trot without going up and down. 1, 2, try and pull both sides equally. 3, 4, flex this foot to you, it will save this knee. 5, 6, remember if you're getting pain, wind it down. 7, 8, I don't know what number I was then. 9, 10. Okay, now bringing a cushion or a block underneath your back leg. You've got your knee on there. You're going to use your button muscles, all right? One's posterior is going to do the work. And you're going to press that knee into the ground, hands behind you, and press. Use your bum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and just sit there. Breather, and another 10. 1, 2, 3. It's hard work. 4. These are tiny exercises. 5, 6. Major impact. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, take away the cushion and now lift this leg up. Only about 2 or 3 inches. 1, 2, 3. Groin muscles and outside muscles, your adductors and your abductors. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now sitting there, I have now got both bum cheeks on the ground, and do your forward and back. 1, 2, 3. Keep your pelvis equal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, up onto the other leg. So new back leg, new front leg. Whoa, this side's stiffer on me than the other side was. All right, so sitting like that, hands behind you, and you're going to pull forward and back. 1. Oh, I can feel this now. 2. It's only about 3. I can just feel uncomfortable. 4, not pain. 5, well, a little bit of pain. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 types of pain. Muscles working, muscle strengthening, and I shouldn't do that. If you shouldn't do it, you shouldn't do it. Right, putting this underneath the knee. Remember, we're using our butt muscles to press. 1, 2, effort. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, rest. Breather. Right, and now again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, take away the cushion, and now we're just lifting. Did we just do 1 lift of 5? We should be doing 2. I might have forgotten. Right, lift this leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My backside's giving. 6, 7. I can feel this hip giving now. 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I didn't do 2 on that side, do 2 of the lifts and do 2 of the lifts on this side. I can't remember. Okay, go for it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I was so excited to given so much. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, sitting up as straight as you can. I can sit straighter, and that backside isn't right on the ground. I can get a hand just underneath, but not much. So now forward and back. 1. Oh, that feels better. 2. I got more movement. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so those are my first few exercises to do. Again, I'm going to be doing more for riders because it's what I know so well, but my website should be above my head. I've got a book coming out at the beginning of the summer called Heal Your Pain, and I've got my YouTube channel. So there'll be something for everyone. I do 10 classes a week, and I'm there for doing one-to-ones. I've worked with everything from jockeys to dressage riders, to event riders, to show riders, the whole lot. And it doesn't matter what your discipline is, it doesn't matter what your level is, whether you're professional or whether you're an amateur, it doesn't matter. We're all riding horses. Whatever level, it's your level and you're doing brilliant. So anyway, speak to you all soon and hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.